Kenjutsu Style. Kenjutsu is the foundation of many anime sword techniques because it comes directly from the traditional swordsmanship of Japan. In real life, it was developed by samurai for actual combat, focusing on precise strikes, timing, and control rather than flashy movements. Anime often builds on these ideas by giving characters incredible speed or supernatural power while keeping the core principles of discipline and technique. Characters who use this style usually win through skill, experience, and careful reading of their opponents instead of relying on brute force. Iaijutsu Style. Iaijutsu is built around drawing the sword and striking in a single smooth motion. Historically, it was created for situations where a swordsman had to react instantly before a fight fully began. In anime, this style is often shown with incredibly fast attacks that seem invisible until the enemy has already been cut. The emphasis is on perfect timing and calm focus. One well-placed strike is usually more important than a long exchange of blows, making this one of the most elegant sword styles in fiction. Dual Sword Style. Dual Sword Style uses one sword in each hand, allowing the user to attack and defend from different angles at the same time. Although fighting with two swords has existed in several cultures, anime often pushes the idea much further with rapid combinations and spinning movements. This style demands excellent balance and coordination because both hands must work independently. Characters who master it are often portrayed as highly talented fighters capable of overwhelming multiple opponents through relentless offense. Greatsword Style. Greatsword Style centers on massive swords that are much larger than real weapons. While oversized blades are impractical in reality, anime transforms them into symbols of incredible strength and determination. Instead of delivering many quick attacks, users rely on powerful swings that can break defenses or even reshape the battlefield. The slower movements are balanced by overwhelming force, making every strike feel heavy and meaningful. Rapier Style. Rapier Style focuses on speed, accuracy, and graceful movement. Inspired by European fencing traditions, it relies on quick thrusts rather than broad slashes. Anime characters using this style often appear calm and refined, defeating stronger enemies through precision instead of raw power. Careful footwork and perfect distance are essential, allowing the swordsman to avoid danger while landing clean and efficient attacks. Reverse Blade Style. Reverse Blade Style is based on a sword with the sharp edge facing inward instead of outward. This unusual design is closely associated with warriors who choose not to kill their enemies. Rather than aiming for fatal cuts, they rely on blunt impacts and carefully controlled strikes to end battles without taking lives. The style represents restraint and personal conviction, showing that true strength can come from self-control as much as physical ability. Elemental Sword Style. Elemental Sword Style combines swordsmanship with natural forces such as fire, water, wind, earth, lightning, or ice. The blade becomes a channel for supernatural energy, giving each swordsman a unique way of fighting. Fire techniques often emphasize explosive power, while water focuses on flowing movement and adaptability. Wind favors speed, lightning highlights instant attacks, and earth represents defense and stability. These elements make each swordsman's abilities feel distinct even when they all carry similar weapons. Breathing Sword Style. Breathing Sword Style enhances the body through specialized breathing techniques before every attack. Instead of the sword itself being magical, the user's physical abilities are pushed far beyond normal human limits. Different breathing forms usually imitate aspects of nature, changing both the visual appearance and rhythm of combat. This approach blends disciplined training with dramatic action, creating battles where every movement reflects the user's chosen style. Magic Sword Style. Magic Sword Style mixes spellcasting with traditional sword combat. Rather than treating the sword as just a weapon, it becomes a tool for releasing magical attacks, protective barriers, or enchanted abilities. Some users strengthen their blades with energy, while others cast spells through every swing. This combination allows fighters to handle both close-range and long-range battles without changing weapons, making them highly versatile in fantasy settings. Spirit Sword Style. Spirit Sword Style draws power from spiritual energy instead of physical strength alone. The sword may be connected to the user's soul, an ancient guardian, or a supernatural force that awakens during battle. As the bond grows stronger, the weapon often evolves into more powerful forms with new abilities. Beyond combat, this style frequently represents the character's emotional growth, linking inner resolve with outward strength. Sword Style. Sword Style sacrifices something valuable in exchange for greater power. The user's own blood may activate special abilities, strengthen attacks, or awaken hidden techniques that cannot be used otherwise. Because every battle comes with a personal cost, this style creates constant tension between survival and victory. Characters who rely on it often struggle with the consequences of their own strength, making it as much an emotional burden as a combat technique. Sword Style. Sword Style uses darkness, stealth, and deception to control the flow of battle. Instead of confronting opponents directly, users hide their movements, create illusions, or strike from unexpected positions. Their attacks often appear silent and difficult to predict, forcing enemies to question what is real. The style rewards patience and strategy, turning every fight into a contest of awareness rather than simple power. Sword Style. Sword Style copies the instincts and movements of wild animals. Fighters may attack with unpredictable angles, leap across the battlefield, or combine sword strikes with claw-like motions and aggressive body movement. Rather than following strict forms, the style embraces adaptability and raw instinct. Its unpredictable nature makes it difficult to counter because every battle can unfold differently depending on the user's senses and reactions. Sword Style. Sword Style features weapons that possess their own consciousness. These swords can communicate with their wielders, influence their emotions, or unlock hidden powers when trust is earned. Sometimes the weapon acts as a loyal companion, while in other stories it becomes a dangerous force that must be controlled. The relationship between swordsman and sword is just as important as the battles themselves, giving the weapon its own role in the story.